Just a few personal words regarding the hostages and what's going on in Gaza. First of all, regarding the hostages, I think that there are 200 plus hostages that are being held in Gaza, but there are 10 million hostages in the state of Israel. We are all being held hostage by Hamas. And I think that should be the main consideration right now of the government, to weigh the 200 plus lives that are in Gaza, which we should of course do our best to try to retrieve them alive and well, but against the fact that there are 10 million of us here in Israel that are being held hostage by Hamas, and do what needs to be done. That's number one. Number two, regarding the situation in Gaza, we are very, very focused on what's happening in the Gaza Strip. Everybody's looking towards the news there, what happens minute by minute, hour by hour. But in reality, there is a lot more happening than meets the eye. Meaning that in the Gaza Strip is a small tip of the iceberg of what's happening regionally here. Right now we have, for the first time perhaps in human history, an abundance of military that is coming to our region. We have US aircraft carriers in the Mediterranean. We have Chinese ships in the Mediterranean, Russian, Turkish, a fleet of over 100 ships from Turkey. This is truly the prophecy of Zechariah, when he says, "V'osafti et kol hagoyim el Yerushalayim lemilchama," that God will gather all of the nations to Yerushalayim to fight. And we are seeing it in our generation right now happening, that militaries from around the globe are now all coming towards us and entering into our territorial waters, entering into our territory. And it's very, very clear that there is a regional aspect to this that many people are either ignoring or not aware of, that's much, much larger than what's happening in the Gaza Strip. So as concerned as one should be for what's happening in the south here, things are happening in all directions, and they're leading to a much, much greater event than what just happened in the past couple weeks here in the south. I don't say this to scare anybody. I don't say this to even that people should be worried. It's quite the opposite. I think that people have to keep in mind that God is running the show. I'm going to gather, God says, the nations. Not that the nations are going to come by their own means, but He is going to be the one that's going to orchestrate that. And indeed, He is the one that's orchestrating all of this. And we'll see that the good things will eventually come out of this. We know the end of the movie, so we know that in the end we will prevail, and we have faith in God that He will help us. We just pray, as the Rambam says every day, that we should be His shlichim, or the soldiers here should be the ones that are able to bring about a sanctification of His name, a kiddush Hashem. And we hope and pray that we will be zocheh to that status. Shut up.